Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Game 2 of the doubleheader between Westminster College and your Webster University Gorlocks. First game went the way of the Gorlocks with a score of 4-1. Kellen, you want to give the fans who might have missed Game 1 a little summary?
Well, it was all Ryan Greifeld, 7 innings scoreless, really just did the damage for the Gorlocks, and they cruised to a victory. Jacob Charleston batting out of the 9-hole also hit a 2-run shot over the tall left center field wall. So just an overall really good day for the Gorlocks as they look to sweep this doubleheader.
Thank you very much, Kellen. And we got the first at-bat of the game. Kali'i Price up to the plate for the Blue Jays. As he's going to take a look at that one, brings it to a 1-2 count. The 1-2 from Hunt. Check swing. First base umpire says he did not go. Brings the count to 2-2. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Brings it to a full count. And that one is going to be strike 3. Carter Hunt sits the first Blue Jay down looking. And a quick first out. Carter Hunt so far this year 4-1 with a 2.51 ERA and 32 1/3 innings of work. First pitch taken for a strike. Sam Allis did not play in the first game of the doubleheader, so this will be his first at-bat of the day. 0-1 from Hunt. Another strike taken. Quickly 0-2. 0-2 high and outside. This one's going to be hit over the glove of Hunt, and throw over to Evola will be the second out of the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2,
Troy Romero coming in the cleanup spot. Game 1 played second. This game at shortstop. First pitch, fouled off into the parking lot. This one's hit down the line and right, heading towards the Westminster bullpen, and it will hit in the netting. Quickly 0-2. Carter Hunt looking to get out of this one unscathed. 0-2, check swing. Ruled that he did not go around. Pitch, foul tipped. Going to go behind the umpire. Staying alive is Romero. One-two pitch outside in the dirt. Two-two outside. Full count now. Full count pitch in the dirt, and Westminster will have their first base runner of the game.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 50, Cam Schlegel.
Cam Schlegel stepping up to the plate and had a disappointing first game with an offer. Looking to make up for it here in game 2. First pitch to him. This one, high chopper to Evola at first. Easy step on the bag. And the Gorlocks will get out of the inning unscathed. We will be right back with the bottom of the first. Score 0-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the first. Gorlocks getting their first at-bats here of this second game of the doubleheader. On the mound for Westminster, Jack Page. First pitch to Theodore will be a strike. Rain starting to slowly pick back up here. 0-1 swung on, missed by Theodore. It's been the story of the week is the weather. Tons and tons of rain. 4-star game against WashU to be canceled. And the games for today, originally scheduled yesterday, as that one almost hits Theodore around the knees, to be pushed from yesterday to today. 1-2 pitch from Page. Little dribbler hit out the third. Throw over. In enough time to get the speedy Theodore. Blue Jays get the first out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 7, Carl Peters.
We're really lucky, too, that this game today was played, as yesterday flooding all day, hard thunderstorms coming in at around noon, and stayed that way till the night. So I was really surprised that this game was still on, and glad we're here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same here. I was honestly expecting to get the call pretty early on during those thunderstorms, and never happened. But I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad to be here watching some good baseball. The 0-1 pitch to Peters in the dirt. One pitches could be skied into foul territory, drifting over towards the netting, and it pops out of the glove of Crabtree, and the Gorlocks will stay alive off a good break.
Well, if you remember in the first game, in Crabtree's second at-bat, he flew one out towards that exact same side over in foul ground and Evola was not able to make the catch, which eventually ended up getting a hit by pitch. So, a bit of what goes around comes around, you could say.
1-2 pitch, taken low. Two to Peters, fouls that one back. Carl Peters had quite an interesting game in game one. Had a couple errors, but made up for it with a nice double play. A little blooper hit just into the infield grass. Makes a diving play and is able to double up the runner who advanced to second, as he's going to line this one out the center. But the catch will be made by Aulis. And that will be the second out.
The first baseman, number 12, Evan Avola.
Evan Avola now stepping up to the plate for his first at-bat of game two. Had a fantastic year so far. 341 average coming into today. 3 homers, 26 RBI, leading the Gorlocks as he flashes bunt. And that is called strike as he did not pull back in time. One of the Gorlocks' first baseman thought about swinging, but it was way too tight inside. 1-1. This one, deep fly, left field, ranging towards the warning track, and it will be caught to end the inning. Bowler ranges under with just barely enough room to make the play. Heading to the top of the second, still knotted up at 0. Benno Ballard coming up to the plate here for the Blue Jays. In the first game, went 1 for 4. Struck out twice. Looking to see if he can change his luck around here. First pitch to him, ruled strike 1. Breaking ball drops in there for strike 2. Oh-2 from Hunt. Swung on, foul tipped and into the glove of Wroblewski. Quick first out for the Gorlocks.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Will Crabtree.
Crabtree now making his first appearance of the second game, 1 for 3 with an RBI in the first game. Breaking ball goes low. Big swing and a miss from Crabtree there. Hunt brings the count to 1-1. One driven high and deep to left field, ranging back, and this ball is gone. William Crabtree puts the Blue Jays on the board. Solo shot out to left. 1-0 Westminster.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Brent Montgomery.
You saw the first game. Jacob Charleston hit a home run right at that same exact spot. So as you were saying earlier, Kellen, what comes around goes around. And that'll bring up the next batter as this one's fouled off towards the Webster bullpen as they scatter. RJ LaRocco tries to make an amazing play. And he did! Oh my goodness! I can't believe that he made that play. That was quite an amazing play by LaRocco. I don't really have words for that, Kellen.
Well, I mean, he was at 110% sprint that entire time. What an excellent grab from the left fielder.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. First pitch strike. Could be the bowler. That one high for ball 1. One. Fouled off towards the parking lot. Count now 1-2. That one just a bit outside. Hunt thought he had it. Brings the count 2-2. Foul tipped. Stays 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be low and inside. Full count now to bowler. Full count pitch. This one's smoked out to left center. LaRocco ranges over, and this time makes a much calmer play, and that one will end the inning. Westminster will get one on the board. This game's 1-0. Back here for the bottom of the second as RJ LaRocco steps up to the plate. RJ, the top of the inning, made one of the best catches I think I might have ever seen. Fly ball heading towards the Webster bullpen just off screen and dives almost head first into the netting, making an insane catch, having to be helped from the netting by members of the bullpen. Ball on the strike to LaRocco. Pitch from Page. This one screamed down foul. One-two pitch. Fouled back. One-two pitch, frozen, but it's going to be high. Count now even at 2. Pitch fouled off into the parking lot. Count remains 2-2. That one's inside. LaRocco has to dodge out of the way. Brings it to a full count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled back. LaRocco staying alive. Full count once more. LaRocco swings through it. Page sits him down swinging.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 9.
Bringing up Nick Schumacher. Schumacher, normally a staple at second, having to DH due to an injury. First pitch to him is going to be called strike 1 outside. Quickly an 0-2 count to Schumacher. The 0-2, way inside, almost hits him. One-two pitch. Does not say he goes. Checked his swing just in time. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Page.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 27, Ryan Hartz.
That brings up Ryan Hartz. First pitch, flashes bunt, pulls back. Just in time, ball 1. One zero, fouled back into the parking lot. Another one fouled off. Page looking to get through another one. No damage. 1-2. Checks his swing. And he's going to check it just in time. Westminster bench did not believe that that was called a ball. Count goes to 2-2. That one's low. Bounces away from the catcher. Ryan Hart's facing a full count pitch. That one's taken low, ball 4, and the Gorlocks have a runner on base.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 0, Ben Stedman.
Ben Stedman up to the plate now. Slow first game of the series, had a strikeout and 3 at-bats, no hits for him. First pitch to him is called strike. Oh, 1, Hartz takes off. Pitch is way outside. The throw is going to go into the outfield, but Allis will be there to back it up to prevent any more running. And now the Gorlocks have a runner in scoring position. One to Stedman. Big swing and a miss. One-two pitch. This one's line. It's going to get in the left. Base hit for Stedman. Hartz rounds third. Throw comes in and is cut off. Webster answers back in the bottom of the inning, tying it up at 1.
Now batting, the catcher, number 8, Nick Rabluski.
The Webster catcher, Nick Rabluski, now steps up to the plate. Looking to add some insurance. First pitch to him, fouled back.
Wrblewski only has 3 hits on the season, but 2 of them are homers. Talk about selective hitting.
Page checks Stedman at first. Nowhere near in time. A 1 pitch. Outside's going to get away from the catcher Crabtree, and Stedman will easily advance to second. I believe that was an attempted pitch out, trying to provoke Stedman into going. And it backfires for the Blue Jays. The 1-1. This one skied high, ranging back into the outfield grass. Almost loses sight of it, but left fielder Bowler will range in to make the play. Gorlocks answer back, ties it at 1, heading to the 3rd. back here for the top of the third. Leading off for the Blue Jays, Braden Nye. First pitch to him, inside, ball one. Another high pitch, 2-0 count. Two-0 pitch to I, inside. Hart slowly losing him. 3-0 pitch. 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning for Braden I. Bringing up leadoff man Khalil Price.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3, Khalil Price.
Price coming into this one leads the big three categories for the Blue Jays, average homers and RBIs. Though the Gorlocks first pitch strike from Hart. A 1 pitch. This one grounded. Great play by the third base coach for Westminster. The 0-2 fouled back. Another 0-2, once again fell back. Once more, this one's popped up back towards the booth. Comes right to us. And it's going to roll back down behind home plate.
I'm here to protect the camera.
Took a nasty bounce off the concrete below the awning here and bounced up and rolled practically right to us, as this one will be ruled a ball. One-two from Hunt. Swing and a miss. Big whiff from Price. Gets the first out of the inning. Bringing up the center fielder, Allis. I looks ready to run it first. Pitch, and he does go. Hit and run action. Not going to be able to make the double play off the quick running of I. But the Gorlocks will get their second out of the inning. Charleston stays focused on the ball, even with the runner right in front of him. Brings up Troy Romero. Pickoff attempt. Crafty tag attempt by Carl Peters. Nonetheless, back in time. First pitch in the dirt. One 0 from Hunt. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. 1-1. Ground ball over to Charleston. Scoops it up. Throw over to Vola. Will be in time. Gorlocks escape any damage in the top of the third. Still knotted up at 1. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Gorlocks, Jacob Charleston. As mentioned earlier by Kellen, in game 1, Jacob Charleston hit the only home run of the game over that tall left field stifle ad. One of the big reasons the Gorlocks got the W in that one. That one taken for a strike. On one pitch. This one's driven out, this time the right field, ranging over and making the play is Price.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 11, James Theodore.
That out to bring up the top of the order for the Gorlocks with James Theodore. First pitch breaking ball, just barely sneaking in the zone. A 1. Ground ball sharply hit the third, ranges over and makes the play. Quick 2 outs here for the Gorlocks in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Bringing up Carl Peters.
Carl Peters.
Peters flashes bunt and gets one down, but it's going to go behind the catcher. That one called strike 2. O2 pitch. Checks his swing. Rules did not go around. Crabtree applies the tag anyway, just in case. 1-2 pitch. That one line. Called foul ball. That one about as close as you can get. One-two pitch from Page, swing and a miss. Peters is sat down swinging, and nothing will go for the Gorlocks here in the third. Still tied 1-1. Up for the Blue Jays here in the top of the fourth, Cam Schlegel. First pitch to him. It's going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 breaking ball, just a bit outside. So far in this one, it's about the same as game one. It's been a pitcher's duel to start the game. Only one hit from both teams, though there is a run on both sides as well. Both pitchers doing a very good job at limiting offense. A 2-1 pitch. High for ball 3. Swing and a miss. Brings the count full. 3-2 pitch from Hunt. It's going to be taken inside, strike 3. And Schlegel will sit down looking to start the top of the fourth.
Now batting the first baseman, number 12, Ballard.
Ballard up to the plate for the second time in this one. First pitch to him is going to be high ball 1. 1-0. Taken for a strike. One breaking ball just misses the zone. Two one. Foul tipped into the glove of Wroblewski. Brings the count to 2-2. Kicking the pitch, and he's going to sit down looking back-to-back backwards Ks for Hunt to start the top of the fourth.
Now batting catcher number 4, Will Crabtree.
Carter looking for his 4th straight win. He's been remarkably consistent in his last 3 games. On March 28th against Lyon, went 5 1/3, 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts over 5 innings pitched. Against Eureka on the 22nd, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. And against Rhodes College, 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. So only 2 runs over 15 1/3 is doing well so far today.
This one into the right center field gap, ranging over is Hart's, and that will end the top of the fourth. Nothing going for the Blue Jays. Still 1-1. Here to lead off the bottom of the fourth is Evan Evola. One of the hottest hitters in the Gorlocks lineup currently. Looking to break the tie. As that one is absolutely smashed right center field. No doubt about it. Evan Evola continues his hot streak. Oh my goodness, that ball was sent flying. Quickly breaking the tie at 1. Evan Evola. Yet another home run for the Gorlock first baseman. Brings the game to a 2-1. RJ LaRocco steps up to the plate, taking the ball in the dirt. One-oh. Another one in the dirt. Two-oh to LaRocco. Taken for a strike. Rocco thinks about it, but takes it low. Hit a friendly count, 3-1. Pitch from Page. Almost hits LaRocco, and he will take his base.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Nick Schumacher.
Nick Schumacher looking to do some more damage to Westminster. Here with a runner on first and nobody out. Oh, mound visit from Crabtree for this at bat. First pitch to Schumacher. In the dirt. Ball 1. Oh, 1 taken for a ball. The pitch low, but this time a strike. Two one, taken for a ball, brings the count 3-1. Taken for ball 4. Gorlocks have 2 on, nobody out. Ryan Hart stepping up to the plate.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 27, Ryan Hartz.
First pitch, Hart's flashes bunt, pulls back in time. Flashes bunt once more. This time does not pull back in time. The 1-1. Hartz makes contact, perfect dribbler up to the pitcher, and he will do what he set out to do and advance both runners into scoring position.
Now batting,
Bringing up
third
Stedman.
baseman, number 0, Ben Stedman.
First pitch taken for a strike. Oh, 1. And then Dirk's going to get away from Crabtree. Both runners will advance. And Webster gets another run on a passed ball. 3-1 now the score.
And honestly, the Jays are really lucky that didn't roll into the Gorlocks bullpen. Because if it did, Schumacher would have also scored on that one as well. Just
Silver
inches
lining
off.
for the Blue Jays there. And that's going to be a perfect squeeze. Schumacher attempts to steal home. Stedman places down a perfect bunt. And the Gorlocks add another run, 4-1.
A perfect suicide squeeze. Can't place it any better. Just a great job all around. Stedman, an excellent bunt and a great play call from Coach BK as well.
100%. The craftiness of this Gorlocks team always amazes me. Seems like they had the perfect play for every situation. 1-0 to Wroblewski. Another one taken low, 2-0.
It's one thing to call a play, but the main thing is executing it, and everything just went perfect for the Gorlocks there.
Two-0 pitch. Breaking ball high. Three-0. Outside pitch ruled a strike. Wroblewski with a hitter's count, looking to see what he can do with it. Pitch big, swing and a miss. Brings the count full. Full count pitch, big swing and a miss. The damage finally ends for the Blue Jays. Not after giving up 3 though in the bottom of the 4th. Webster up 4-1.
Leading off for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, number 5, Brett Montgomery.
Top of the 5th here in this one. Brett Montgomery stepping up to the plate. And it was a big inning in the bottom of the 4th for the Gorlocks, putting up 3 runs on the board. Despite only having 2 hits. Not very many of those going around in this one. As Montgomery now with a 1-1 count. Pitch from Hunt. Chopper hit just fell. The 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit out to center. Theodore ranges over and makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Donovan Buller.
Bowler now looking to start the clawback for Westminster. First pitch from Hunt, taken for a strike. 0-1 almost hits him. One fouled back, just barely saved by the netting. Not a single soul in the bullpen for Webster, but there is action in the Westminster bullpen. And that will be strike 3 to Bowler. Quickly 2 outs for Westminster, not the way that they wanted to answer back at all. Braden I now steps up, takes the first ball. One-0 hit back to Hunt. Peters makes that diving play, but will not be able to get the throw off in time. A fantastic play from Carl Peters.
Some style points right there.
Only the second hit for the Blue Jays in this one. Matches the Gorlock total, but with 3 less runs. Leadoff man Khalid Price now up to the plate. I once again looks ready to run. First pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt, blocked by Wroblewski. No action at first. A 1 pitch from Hunt. This one's going to be flied out, shallow right field. Hartz makes the play, and that will end it. Top of the 5th, nothing going for the Blue Jays. Still 4-1. Welcome back for some more action here in the bottom of the 5th. Blue Jays have a new pitcher on the mound. Salvador Moncada comes into this one. On the season, he boasts 0.82 ERA, the best ERA on the team. If you take a close look at his windup, he looks like a righty Kershaw. He has that leg kick where it almost touches the ground, and then he picks it back up. Charleston's going to have a half-hearted swing through that one. Count now 1-1. One pitch swung through. Full attempt this time by Charleston. Count 1-2. Pitch from Moncada. This one flied out to right, ranging back. Price. Kalei Price tries to Superman over the wall, but that's not going to matter. Jacob Charleston hits another home run. Oh my goodness. That might have outdid the RJ LaRocco attempt from earlier in the game. Everyone here in the booth is cracking up. Just when you think things can't get any weirder, they get weirder.
It was a great attempt from Price. Obviously, any ball with any kind of chance out to right field could be gone. Price trying to range out to grab that one, nearly got it, but tumbled over the fence. A tough play out and right. But wow, Charleston, another homer on the day. Getting his first and second collegiate homers today.
This one is going to be off the glove of eye at third. Big break for Theodore, as what could have been just an easy ground ball turns into a double for James Theodore.
That's got to feel good, his first hit of the day.
Big break there for Theodore. Always a danger on the base paths, too. Got to look to see if he might be moving, especially with the slow wind up and release from Moncada. Peters pops a bunt up right into the Gorlock dugout. The 0-1 to Peters puts down another bunt. This one perfectly placed down the right field or the third base side, but Moncada's going to let it roll foul. Peters taking his time, walking back to the plate after that one. 0-2 count now for the Gorlock shortstop. Theodore on second. Pitch from Moncada. Ripped, and it's going to get past the third baseman. Theodore will round third, and the throw will go to second. The Gorlocks get another run on the board, now 6-1. Evan Avola looking to replicate his success from the last at-bat he had. A towering blast to right center. First pitch to him. Avola pops it back up. The netting wasn't there. That was going straight into my hands. The 0-1 big swing and a miss. Avola looking for his second homer of the game with that swing. Quickly 0-2. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Called ball. And that one's getting it into the outfield. Another blunder by the Blue Jays brings the runner from first to third. Still nobody out. One, two to Moncada. That one's in the dirt. Peters thinks about it, but does not go. Two-two pitch. That one's going to be hit just foul. Ballard looked like he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do with it. If he wanted to try and catch it on the fly or see if it landed. Ultimately, it lands foul. Another 2-2. Evola skies this one up. Could be in no man's land. But it is going to be caught by Price. And with a good throw into home, prevents Carl Peters from giving the Gorlocks another run.
Number 4, R.J. LaRocco.
Bringing up R.J. LaRocco for another at-bat. Peters runs on the play. And that was another one of those where it hits the bat twice, and ultimately that means it's ruled a dead ball. Peters will have to go back to third. If LaRocco was able to get that bat away from the ball, that would have been another run for the Gorlocks, as that one will be thrown high for the first ball of the count. One to LaRocco. Flashes bunt again, gets it down. Moncada is going to try and get Peters. He's going to end up throwing it behind Crabtree, and LaRocco will get to second. Might be one of the first times I've seen a suicide squeeze lead to a double. Coach is going to have to come out. And that will be the end of Moncada's day. A disappointing outing from one of the best relievers on the Blue Jays roster. And we will be right back. Nick Schumacher stepping back up to the plate for the Gorlocks. Back-to-back three pieces in the fourth and the fifth innings. And now runner in scoring position, only one out. Potential for this one to be broken open even more than it already is. New pitcher in the game for the Blue Jays. Taden Harlow made an appearance in game one. Is going to get some time in game two, as it's quickly a 2-0 count to the Gorlock DH. Pitch from Harlow. Another ball. Gonna be taken for a strike. That ball is skied out to center field. Price will be the one to make the play, though. And LaRocco is going to hold on at second.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 27, Ryan Hart.
Brings up Ryan Hartz here with 2 out. Runner on second. First pitch to him. High and inside, it's going to be off the glove of Crabtree, and LaRocco will advance to third. It's been the theme of this bottom half of the inning is pass balls coming in bunches from the Blue Jays. That will prompt the pitching coach to come out and talk to Harlow. And Harlow's done. There will be yet another pitching change for the Blue Jays here, and we will be right back. Back from the warm-ups from another pitching change for Westminster. This time TJ Grassel coming into the game. Looking to finally put an end to the bottom of the fifth here. As that is going to be a balk called. Another run scores for Webster. And the bad luck and bad fortune for the Blue Jays continues. That one high. 2-0 count the Hearts. That one finally a strike thrown. 2-1. Outside. Hitter friendly count now for Hearts. Looking possibly to extend this half inning even further. 3-1. Checks his swing. Called strike 2. Payoff pitch. This one's going to be lined towards the Gorlock bullpen and foul. Another 3-2. Hearts drives this one very deep, but it's going to end up in the kid zone. Replay the 3-2 count. That one taken low, ball 4 for Hearts. And the Gorlocks get yet another base runner.
Number 0, Ben Stedman.
Brings up Ben Stedman. First pitch to him is going to be ruled a strike. The 0-1. Grounded. Foul. Oh, 2 pitch. Stedman checks his swing. Ruled that he did not go around. Gorlocks stay alive in this one. One, 2 from Grassel. Got to be outside. Pitch. Checking his swings. Going to be ruled a ball. Brings the count once again to full. Going to see action on this pitch. Here goes. Ball 4. Stedman will take his base. Another walk for the Gorlocks. And once again, a trip out to the mound. And once again, a pitching change for the Blue Jays. This will be their 3rd or 4th pitcher of the inning. We will be right back. Stepping up now for the Gorlocks, Nick Wroblewski. After another pitching change from Westminster in this half of the inning. Looking to finally get that third out they've been looking for. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Crabtree. Colin Wright, the new pitcher for Westminster, 6'3" freshman out of Marquette High School in Wildwood, Missouri. That one's going to be past Crabtree, and both runners advance. Been the story of the game. Now Wroblewski has two in scoring position. There's an open base for the Gorlocks. And the most dangerous man of the day on deck. 2-0 pitch. Heater taken for a strike. Outside, 3-1. Crabtree will have a conference with Wright on the mound. Swung on, and it's going to find its way in the left. 1-run score. Stedman rounds. He scores. 10-1 Webster. Nick Wroblewski. 2-run single.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Jacob Charlson.
Jacob Charlson once again has a chance. Step up to the plate. As Charlson have conference with the base coach.
If you remember, he was the first hitter up in this inning and homered in that at-bat. So he's gone all the way around. Could have 2 homers in 1 inning.
First pitch. Taken inside for a ball. One 0. This one taken for a strike. One bounces multiple feet in front of the plate. Two one. Taken for a strike. Two-two pitch. This one's driven out to center field. And it finally ends for Westminster. After almost a 30-minute half inning and 6 runs against, we are heading to the top of the 6th. Score 10-1 Webster. Now up here in the top of the sixth, Sam Allis facing a new pitcher for the Gorlocks, Drew Koenig. Koenig only 1 1/3 innings pitched so far in the season, boasting a 6.75 ERA and 2 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. The 1-1. Gonna get past Wroblewski. Ball 2. Two one from Koenig. In there for a strike. That one way outside in the other batter's box. Full count now for Allis. Pitch from Koenig. Grounded back up the middle. Easy play for Charleston at second. Almost brings them off the bag though. But the Gorlocks will get their first out of the inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Troy Romero.
Now up is the Blue Jay shortstop, Troy Romero. First pitch to him in the dirt. One zero. Taken for a ball. Quickly a 3-0 count now for Romero. Westminster looking to get a runner on base. Try and chip away at the 9-run lead by the Gorlocks. 3-0. Taken as a strike. Pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball 4, Romero. Takes his base.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 50.
Bringing up the big DH, Cam Schlegel. Big 6'2" freshman, funny enough, out of Westminster Christian Academy in St. Louis. Pitch is going to be in the dirt to lead off the at-bat. Couple of arms warming up in the Gorlock bullpen. That one called a strike on the outside. The 1-1 deal from Koenig. Works his way inside, taken for the second ball of the count. One pitch is going to be smashed into the parking lot behind and to the left of us. Two. Takes that one inside. Brings it up to a full count. Three-two pitch is outside. Schlegel reaches base. And 2 walks for Koenig so far in this appearance. Brings it up Beno Ballard. Ballard, a big power threat, tied with Khalil Price and leading the team of home runs with 4. First pitch to him is taken easily for a strike. Oh, 1 to Ballard. Big swing and a miss, but it's going to get away from Wroblewski. Both runners advance. It's an 0-2 count, but now runners on second and third, only 1 out. Westminster has the chance to do something crafty to maybe try and get a runner in. Kicking the pitch. In the dirt once again, this time blocked. The 1-2. Deja vu in the same spot once again. Looks like that one might have hit the bare hand of Wroblewski. He's just going to shake it off. Once again in the other batter's box, bringing the count full. Full count. That one's lined up the middle, and it's going to actually go into the gap. It's extra bases. 1 run comes around. Here comes the second. And that is going to be a 2 RBI double for Beno Ballard. Westminster finally chipping away at the hefty Gorlock lead, making it 10-3 now. And this is going to prompt a pitching change for the Gorlocks. As Koenig's day is done, we will be right back. Back now after the pitching change for the Gorlocks. Coming in now to pitch is Jacob Meza. Only 2/3 of an inning of work so far in the season for him, as his first pitch dealt will be called a strike against the Blue Jay catcher, William Crabtree. Westminster got a couple runs off of Drew Koenig earlier in the inning, looking to claw their way back even more now. The 1-1 is going to be behind Crabtree. Gets away from Wroblewski, and the runner advances a third. The 2-1. In there for a strike. Two-two pitch. Gonna be low. Loading the count. The pitch. It's gonna hit Crabtree. He takes his base. That definitely hit Crabtree in a painful spot. So he's going to limp his way down to first.
Now batting the third baseman, number 5, Brett Montgomery.
And with that, that'll bring up the third baseman, Brett Montgomery. First pitch to him is outside. One 0 is going to be in there for a strike. One in there. One-two pitch. This one's flied out towards the concourse and left. And into the kid zone. Another 1-2. This one on the ground towards second. Charleston tries to make the diving catch, but cannot get it, and another run comes across for the Blue Jays. Now 10-4. And it looks like a pitching change is coming once again. This time the second of the inning for the Gorlocks. We will be right back. Back once more after another pitching change. This time, Zach Meavert's coming into the game for the Gorlocks. Donovan Bowler up to the plate for Westminster. First pitch of the game for Meavert is in the dirt. One 0 pitch. In there for a strike. Combined 9 runs in the past inning of work here from the top of the 6th and the bottom of the 5th. Blue Jays looking to add to that total with 2 on, 1 out. Pitch from the Gorlock lefty is chest outside. That one in the dirt. It's going to get away from Wroblewski, and both runners advance. Doesn't seem like either team can shake the wild pitch. As the temps get colder, the control and command starts going down. Three one in the dirt. It's going to load the bases for Westminster. The best opportunity of the game for them to get back within a fighting chance of this one. Braden I coming in now in the 9 hole. First pitch to him. Taken for a strike. Another strike. The 0-2 to I. Low in the dirt. Kicking the pitch. In there for a strike. And the Gorlocks finally get that second out of the inning they've been looking for so long. And now Meavert has a great chance of stopping the damage here. But they'll have to go through arguably Westminster's best hitter in Khalid Price. First pitch to him. Big swing and a miss. One just a tad bit outside. One fouled off towards the first base side. 1-2 to Price. In the dirt, blocked by Wroblewski, and nobody will move. Two-two pitch. Ground ball. And that will finally end the inning. Westminster answers back with 3 runs, but it's still a hefty Gorlocks lead. It's 10-4. We'll be right back. Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Westminster puts another 3 runs on the board, but it's not enough to make quite a dent in the Gorlock lead. James Theodore to top the order up to the plate now, as that is a first pitch strike. Colin Wright still on the mound for the Blue Jays. As he takes a breaking ball high for ball 1. That one's going to sneak inside and low for the second ball of the count. Two-one pitch from Wright. Theodore is going to line this one out to left, and a sliding play by Bowler in left will be the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Carl Peters.
Carl Peters now back up to the plate for another at-bat. First pitch to him. Breaking ball is not going to find the zone. Well, no, Peters with the big whiff. Evens the count at 1. Pitch to Peters is going to get away from Crabtree. Two ones could be chopped. A jumping play by Montgomery at third, but not going to be in time to get Peters. That was a great job of possibly preventing extra bases. And that brings up the hard-hitting Evan Evola. Got to think with Carl Peters on base, there's going to be some action at first. First pitch running. Pitched outside, throw Not in time. Carl Peters successfully taking second base. And the Gorlocks once again have a runner on in scoring position. And Crabtree once again jogging out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Evola back into the batter's box for this 1-0 pitch. That one's hit very high in the sky towards center. Peters is going to take off trying to get third, and he will successfully tag up, as now he is 90 feet away from scoring with RJ LaRocco up to the plate. The 1-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt, blocked by Crabtree. Quickly down 2-0. 2-0 is right. Another one low. And they're going to rule it a balk. Carl Peters will jog out. Another run scores. Second balk of the game for Westminster. And we will have, yet again, a pitching change for the Blue Jays. We will be right back. Now up for the Gorlocks is RJ LaRocco. After another pitching change for Westminster, James Duckworth coming into the game to pitch. 2-1 count. Duckworth trying to close out this bottom of the sixth. Pitch chopped foul towards third. The 2-2 Inside almost hits LaRocco, bringing the count to full. The pitch. This one's flied out to right field, ranging over Price, and he will make the play. The Gorlocks will get another run back. Going into the top of the 7th, it's 11-4. Back now for the top of the 7th. New pitcher in for the Gorlocks. This could be Shane Lejeune, the Acutus. His first appearance on the season. Looking to maintain this 11-4 Gorlocks lead as his first pitch is going to be a ball. Foul tip from Hollis. Completely fooled him with that one there. The 1-1 count. In there for a strike. Quickly a 1-2 count from Lejeune the Acutus. Inside. Almost hits Hollis. That one's going to be taken outside. It's a full count now. Three, 2. That's inside. Another walk in this game, this time for Hollis. Romero is coming into the game. As Coach BK orders a shift taking place in the outfield. Theodore slightly moving towards the right center gap. And LaRocco leaving the third baseline wide open. 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0. Foul back. Two-one pitch. Big whiff from Romero. Makes it a 2-2 count. Lejeune the Acutus, one of the hardest throwers on this Gorlock squad. That one's high. Full count pitch. Outside, Romero will take his base. And quickly, there are 2 on for Westminster.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 50, Cam Schlegel.
Blue Jay DH Cam Schlegel up to the bat. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to him, inside, ball 1. Pitch. Once again inside, ball 2. And we got another call to the bullpen. Lejeune the Acutus' day is done. And we will be right back. Back here after the Gorlock pitching change, now in Cade Gebhardt. Coming on in a tight situation, runners on first and second, nobody out. Already a 2-0 count. The pitch inside makes it a 3-0 count. Locke and Schlegel here will load the bases for Beno Ballard on deck as that one is in there for a strike. The 3-1. This one hits sky high in foul territory. Ranging over, and the play is made. Great play by, believe it was Stedman that ended up making the catch over there. For the first out of the inning. First pitch to Ballard is going to be taken for a ball. One 0 from Gebhard. And a balk is called on the play. Both runners advance into scoring position. Now the 0-1, or the 1-0. Taking ball 2. Two 0 from Gebhardt. This could be popped up towards the right field line. Hearts. Are they going to rule it a catch? He's going to be, looks like he's going to be, he will be ruled out at first, even though it looked like maybe Hearts dropped it, but they're going to say it was in the exchange trying to throw it in to prevent the runner coming home. Either way, Westminster will get another runner across. Webster will have 2 outs. And that brings up the Blue Jay catcher, William Crabtree. First pitch strike. A 1 pitch. Checks his swing. Ruled that he went around. Gorlocks are 1 strike away from sending this one to the bottom half of the inning. Pitch from Gebhardt. Called strike 3. Only 1 run coming across for Westminster. Gorlocks still maintain a 6-run lead. It's 11-5. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Gorlocks, the DH Nick Schumacher. Duckworth still in the game for the Blue Jays as Schumacher's going to send this one out to right field. Backing up is Price, jumping and makes the play at the warning track. Almost a big fly for Schumacher. Dies at the last second. Price making a pretty solid play for the first out of this one. Ryan Hartz will take the first pitch for a strike. And Ryan Hartz drives this one down the line. And it's going to draw foul. Back-to-back smacks that were almost over the wall. Quickly now down in an 0-2 count. Hartz watches a ball go by. Now the 1-2. That one will sit down. Hartz looking. And the first two batters are down here in the bottom of the 7th with Ben Stedman stepping up to the plate. Duckworth with the first pitch to Stedman, called strike one. Stedman watches that one go by low. One. Stedman's going to put a charge into this one. That's in right center, ranging back Price. And he makes the play once again at the warning track. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Westminster. Gorlocks still maintain a 6-run lead. Back now for the top of the 8th. After a quick bottom of the 7th, Westminster gets another chance to chip away at the lead. Cade Gebhardt still on the mound, facing Brett Montgomery. First pitch will be called ball. That one's just a bit outside. 2-0 pitch. This one's going to be rolled high. Quickly, Montgomery works his way into a 3-0 count. Pitch from Gebhardt is going to find its way into the strike zone. That one's going to be fouled off the mask, it looks like, of Wroblewski. Doesn't seem to be phased, though. Brings the count full. Three-two pitch. Could be fouled off and into the parking lot. Lined up the middle towards Theodore, and he's going to make a diving play. Great play by James Theodore to rob Brett Montgomery of a hit. Theodore using his speed in the field this time.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16.
Now Westminster only has 5 outs to work with. Donovan Bowler steps up to the plate now. Looking to get himself on. First pitch to Bowler, called strike one. Next one's going to be low in the dirt. The 1-1. In there for strike two. 1-2 from Gebhardt. Gonna be low. That one just a bit high. Brings the count full. Just barely making contact with that is Bowler, and he will stay alive. Another 3-2, and Bowler will take his base. Westminster with another chance to get some runs in. So that brings up Braden I. First one in there for a strike. A one from Gebhardt, just a bit outside. That one's going to be grounded up towards Peters. Steps on the bag himself. Throw over to Vola. Will be in time. Double play. And the Gorlocks will get out of this one quickly. No one comes across. It's still 11-5. Back here for the bottom of the 8th. Gorlock still up 11-5. The 7th pitcher of the game for the Blue Jays comes into this one. Mason Kempker, a freshman who also doubles up as a catcher. Count now 1-1 to Nick Wroblewski. 1-1. Wroblewski is going to foul this one off towards the bullpen. Quickly now 1-2. Wroblewski swings through that one. And Kempker will get his first K and his first at bat.
Number 5, Jacob Charlson.
Brings up Jacob Charlson. Already 2 home runs on the day. Looking to make it 3 here. First pitch to him. Reacts like it hit him in the foot. Umpire doesn't think it did. Maybe hit him on a bounce. Charlson will get back into the batter's box. The 1-0. He's going to send that one high in the sky towards left center. Ranging under it is Aulis, and he makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 11, James Theodore.
Back to the top of the order for the Gorlocks. James Theodore steps up once more. First pitch to him is going to get away from Crabtree. 1-0. Theodore's going to line this one, but it's going to be right to Braden I at second. And that was a quick half inning for the Gorlocks. Westminster down to their final 3 outs, still 11-5. Back now for the top of the 9th, Westminster only has 3 outs to work with to score 6 runs. And Cade Gebhardt will stay out on the mound to try and get this one done and over with. First pitch, Price is going to foul that one into the Gorlock dugout. Oh, one from Gebhardt in the dirt. Price absolutely demolishes that one way over the left field fence. Khalid, Price has been cold all day, but what could be his final at bat of the doubleheader, absolutely no doubt on that one. Puts Westminster within 5.
Now batting the center fielder, number 37, Sam Aldis.
And with that, that'll bring up Sam Aldis, the center fielder. Big time fly from Price. And celebrated a little bit too much, flipped the bat, and got ejected from the game. Oh, 0-2 count, flied off, foul into the parking lot. Another 0-2. This one flied out to left, ranging over LaRocco. Makes the easy play for the first out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Troy
Brings up the 3-hole hitter, Troy Romero. First pitch taken for a strike. On one pitch, ground ball. Nice play by Charleston. Throw over is going to be in time, and now Westminster down to their final out. Cam Schlegel coming up. First pitch just misses the zone. One 0 ground up the middle. Charleston ranges over, makes a play, and that will do it. The Gorlocks take both games of the doubleheader against Westminster. This one by a score of 11-6. Thank you all for tuning into this one. I've been Matt Rumping, joined by
Kellen Furmanek.
and we will see you next time.